Hello guys, it's IFM here, and I'm bringing you this Little Cup battle from the Eviolite Little Cup semi-finals on Smogon against user Chieliee. Here it's a little bit of a different Little Cup metagame. Normally the item Eviolite is allowed, and since everything is a pre-evolved form in Little Cup, it's a pretty important item for the tier since it adds a lot of bulk and makes a couple playstyles that normally aren't available in regular Eviolite Little Cup allowed. So here they kind of took the item out and they said, let's see how the tournament would play out and how Little Cup would play out if we still use more of a Gen 4 style without the Eviolite. So here the Ranberry is used a lot more commonly in the bulky pokes. Choice Scarf's more common, same with Life Orb and even Focus Sash a little bit. So you see a couple different strategies that you normally wouldn't see in a regular Little Cup match. So like taking a look at the team preview right now, I see that it's best just to get a scouting of his set, so I decide to lead with my Mienfoo, and he leads with his Mienfoo as well. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to U-turn out of here because I want to see if he's scarfed like my Mienfoo is, and I'm really expecting the Ghastly switch in, which he decides to go to. And this gives me a chance to get my Scarf Snover in, and his team did not have a lot of ice resist, so I can just start spamming Blizzard right now, and normally Snover, without a Choice Scarf, Ghastly outspeeds it, so I'm not sure if he's expecting it, but he leaves Ghastly and I just smash its face in with a Blizzard. It puts me up 6-5 early on and gives me the advantage. So here, he goes back to Mienfoo, and I'm switching out because everything he can do hit me super effective. Ghastly seems like a safe switch in, but he predicts that, goes for the Stone Edge, and right now Ghastly's basically crippled, and I'm forced to switch out. So right here, I think he was expecting me just to sack my Ghastly, but instead I go to Bronzor, and he goes for another Stone Edge right here, and takes about 12% of my health, but importantly, it allows me to get some Stealth Rocks up early in the game, and really reduce his amount of switching, and it's going to come into play later on right here. So I get my rocks up, he goes to Stunky, not really sure what this guy is going to do. So I just decided to go to my Mienfoo to really scout because he resists a lot of Stunky's attacks, and he decides to go for the Flamethrower here. So it took me by surprise a little bit. It took a good 33% off my health, but thankfully Regenerator is going to be able to bring that back, and I'm kind of not certain what he's going to do, so I just decided to scout, go for the U-turn, and switch out to my Scraggy to resist anything he might throw out. But he goes for the Surprise Explosion right here, and Scraggy's gone, and Stunky is as well. Takes the score down to 5-4, and that was really important because Scraggy, if he gets a Dragon Dance up, he had the potential to take out a large amount of his team. And now with it gone, I really gotta figure out a different way to really get my win condition going. So it's Mienfoo against Mienfoo here, and he decides to go for the Drain Punch just to get some damage on and everything, and I predict that, and I go to Ghastly, which is really important because it gets me one free turn before I faint from either Life Orb or Hail, and I predict that he's going to go to Tallow here, expecting the Shadow Ball to get a free switch in. So I go for my Hidden Power Fighting. It takes it 71% off, and because of Stealth Rocks and the damage from the Hail, it gets rid of his Talo, and that's really important for my team since I only had one Flying Resist in Bronzor, so once he's weakened, he could pretty much spam Brave Bird for the win. So once again, Mienfoo against Mienfoo, we seem to see this a lot, and we both decide that we're going to go for the speed tie right here, both knowing that the opponent is scarfed, and unfortunately I come up on the losing end of that speed tie, and brings the score to 3-3, but it allows me to get in my Magic Guard Abra with a Focus Sash, but that doesn't really matter here because it didn't take me down to my Sash. And I get the Psyshock off, and I take down Mienfoo, and it allows him to send in his Dratini. Now I know most Dratini carry extreme speed, and I don't really want to risk Abra dying because he is extremely important for his other Pokemon, Clamperl. So but he predicts that I'm going to switch out right there. He sends in Clamperl on Bronzor, and right now I don't have much of a chance. I just got to go, and I end up doing the Psychic here as he Shell Smashes, takes him, and it takes him down to 6% health, but 12% actually, but after the hail damage is going to be around 6, and I know that right now I'm in a really tough spot because I gotta just play carefully and make sure that I can get his Hail the Weekend down and take him down, where I have a chance to get rid of that Dratini. So Abra gets taken down by Surf. I sacrificed him to Clamperl there. Here I'm gonna go to Bronzor, and I'm just gonna hope that yeah, he goes for another Surf here, takes down Bronzor, and now it's my Snover against his Dratini, and if he's Choice Scarf, I could lose this game to an Outrage. So I gotta really hope that he's either banned or he's a Life Orb Life Orb Dragon Dance set, and here he ends up going for the Extreme Speed, showing off that he is actually choice banned. Takes me down to 50%, but thankfully no crit, and I get the Blizzard in for the win. Came down to really that 1% damage. If Psychic hadn't done quite as much on Clamperl, I could have lost that quite easily, but thankfully Bronzor's a boss, Abra's a boss, and Snover was able to take home the victory there with that Scarf Blizzard. Great match, man, and please subscribe to the POSimulator YouTube channel. This has been IFM signing off.